Alright, what's going on, guys? Trev back again, here to bring you another video. This one's going to be doing another Walking Dead Season 5 discussion topic video. In this one, we're going to be talking about when do we think Morgan Jones will return. So I hope you all had a very happy Halloween. Hope you had some fun. And yeah, going to kick it off. Going to keep going with the Q&As for this week. So that'll be the first question for this video, and then we'll get into some other Q&A answers after that. So for this one, right now, there's no indication for us of when Morgan's going to return, but we do know a couple things. If you guys saw my video, Things You Missed from the premiere, you'll know that the plant growth around the sign alludes to the fact that Morgan is weeks to months behind Rick's group at that point. So we won't see Morgan rejoin the group, I wouldn't think, or find Rick's group until the time has, at the very least, has synced, right? Has synced up, right? So he's probably following the marks that the termites left, the hunters left, as they were tracking Rick's group, because we saw in the tree next to Bob, they had marked the tree. So they had marked it all the way to the church. So that would lead Morgan to the church. But when is he going to get there? Rick's group at the current time in this episode right now is there, but since they were at that other previous sign, the no sanctuary sign, it probably hasn't been that long. It certainly hasn't been, I wouldn't think, a week. Maybe a couple days, a few days, but not a full week, and definitely not something like a month, which is what I think we can probably say is about the amount of time it's been since Morgan sees that sign. And, Rick's group has been out there for a month somewhere, and then he's going to track them down, and then would need at least a few more days to maybe a week or two to find them from there. So based on that timeline, unless we see some kind of time skips or something like that, I would have to say that this is probably something we're looking at maybe mid-season finale or second half of season 5. I don't think we're going to see him again soon. Now, I could be totally wrong, but I think that makes sense that if there's plant growth on it, the time frame is going to be about a month. We don't usually get much in the way of time skips in the Walking Dead television series during the seasons. Sometimes we get a little bit, but we don't usually get that much. So unless we see some kind of time skip or something, I would say that, yeah, probably mid-season finale to late season 5 is what I'm going with for this one. And this was the most asked question I've got in the last week or two, not just by one person, but by quite a few people combined. So I didn't write down anyone in particular for that one, but I have tons of questions for you guys, leading up, of course, to The Walking Dead Season 5, Episode 4, Slabtown. So the next question is from Brian Hughes, and he says, "Hey Trev, when and how do you think Morgan will meet up with Rick and the survivors?" Okay, so I already answered the when of when I think it's going to be. How will he meet up? Well, I don't think Rick's group is going to stay at the church for very long. We'll have to see what happens with the Daryl situation, Daryl, Carol, Beth, and all that. They may use it as a home base for a little while, but you got to think once they get their numbers back together, they're going to head towards Washington, D.C. once they're ready, because, of course, Glenn and the others have gone, and, that's not going to sit well with Rick. He's going to want to be there and be with them because they're part of his family, his zombie apocalypse, post-zombie apocalypse family, as he's referred to, them already with Gareth and, the hunters. This is his promise, so to speak. Where... It could be the church, but more likely than not, it'll probably be on the road somewhere. Probably on the road to Washington. I would have to say maybe he'll do some matlockery and he'll kind of find some clues left behind that would lead him to believe that Rick is somewhere in that vicinity, and Morgan will end up probably showing up out of the blue, I would have to say, and helping Rick's group out just kind of out of nowhere. That's what I'm thinking is going to happen. But I think we might see him, kind of halfway there. First, they might show us a little clip and then have him come in another episode or something, like have an episode, difference between the clip and when he actually shows up. So that's what I think. Thanks for the question, Brian. Good question. Next one is from Also, Slycargo Bravado, he asked some questions. It's a funny name. I like your name, Slycargo. I don't know what to say about that. Slycargo Bravado. That's funny. I don't know. Anyway, his question is, hi Trev, thanks for all the hard work and commitment to the dead. Just another quick question. Do you think Carol will find out Tyrese didn't kill Martin? And what kind of backlash could it cause? Really good question, because of course Carol was not around that area, but she did see Martin originally in the premiere, but she wasn't there when they took care of the hunters. So, I'm going to say probably not, because they're probably going to have new things to deal with. They're probably not going to be able to, like I would assume Tyrese and Rick will have those bodies buried or burned or whatever before the Carol situation is resolved. That's what I think. So I don't think they're going to see it at all unless Tyrese brings it up or somebody brings it up like that. I doubt it. I doubt she'll even find out about it. But we, the viewers, know, and I think it's kind of a theme with Tyrese's character that we're going to see again this season. I think they're going to bring it up again at some point in time where Tyrese has to make a choice. He has to either kill the person or he's going to die himself. And based on what he did with Martin, maybe that's how Tyrese is gonna die in the series. I think that makes sense in terms of writing. So let me know what you guys think about that one right in the comments below. But I think, if anything, that would be what we'll probably see happen with Tyrese if he's going to be killed off sometime soon. Yeah. So next question. This is a really good one. This is from Rene Descartes and also from Kudaj2. Two people asked the same question. Is it a writer's mistake that Maggie doesn't seem to care where Beth is? Yeah, basically, to answer your question quickly, yeah, I think it is. I mean, that's very true, because if you saw in season 4 with their dad and everything, and when Beth was looking after Judith and all that, they did show some of how strong their relationship was as sisters. Since the prison has been destroyed, Maggie's never even mentioned Beth, I don't think. Beth has never mentioned Maggie. It's as if they do not care. They don't know if each other's alive, or, well, now they should, but at least Maggie will know Beth's alive, but vice versa is not true. But yeah, I think it is a writer mistake that they've never kind of even dropped a hint, dropped a name in there, because, Maggie has to leave for Washington, D.C., but she's not like, hey, what about Beth? Where's Beth, right? Now, you could say she's in denial. She doesn't want to know because of what happened with her dad. She's going to assume the worst. But, didn't Daryl tell everyone there pretty much that in the train car that she's alive? And, it didn't seem like, doesn't seem like Maggie really cares. She's ready to go with Glenn, and she's not ready to put up a fight about it. She doesn't really seem to care where Beth is. So I do think it's a writer mistake, to tell you the truth. Yeah, she should. It's out of character a bit for an older sister to want to protect her younger sister, especially in a zombie apocalypse, and not want to do something, about that, right? It's out of character to me. Yeah. Next question is from Goran Simon, and he asks, "Hey Trev, could you answer in one of your videos at what point you think Rick will meet up with Abraham's group? Also, when you think Abraham's bus will crash? Any thoughts about it?" I think we're going to see the bus crash within the next episode or two. I think we'll see it pretty soon. I think Abraham and the others are going to run into a lot of trouble on their way to Washington, D.C. right away. I don't think it's going to take long, and that should drive some action throughout the episodes as we go through to the mid-season finale. But yeah, I think that'll be within the next episode or two, to tell you the truth, unless we get a whole Beth flashback, which we could do, and then maybe the episode after that or the one after that, we'll probably see the bus crash and them run into trouble and be traveling on foot again. Makes sense to me. When will they meet up again? Man, that's an impossible question to answer. Like, they could do a lot of different things with that. They could go a season without them seeing each other again. They could go a few episodes. They could go late this season. What I would like to see, and what I think they should do, is probably have them meet again end of this season or next season, next year. Just because it's cool to have the groups kind of split up, because you have so many characters in the groups now. Like, you have so many people, so many actors, so many characters, that I think it makes sense for you to split them up. Just my thoughts on that. And I think it'll be late this season. I don't think they're going to meet again right away. It's possible, but I don't think so. Next one is a video request from Cursed Python, and I just wanted to address it real quick. He wants to know what my top 10 favorite weapons are in The Walking Dead. I think I've done that before, something similar to that, top 5 weapons or something of the sort. I don't know if it's big enough for me to do a whole video on. It's obviously you have to have Daryl's crossbow up there, Michonne's katana, Rick's, Python. What else we got? Shane's shotgun maybe. The governor, what weapon did he have? He had that assault rifle that he carried. I don't know. I guess that probably would be, your top ones anyway. Maybe Merle's blade hand, stuff like that. But yeah, I don't think I would make a whole video on it, even though I have done, because I have done something like that in the past where I recall doing something similar to that. So next question is going to be from Curse Python. That's that one. Next question will be from Gunslinger. And he says, Trev, I think it would be really cool if they incorporated the main characters from the current show into the spin-off series. Like show the spin-off group out scouting around and see Rick's group from a distance. I think that would be really, really cool if they had some kind of crossover between the spin-off series and the main series. I think they're trying to stay away from that. But I do think that that makes sense, and that would be cool for them to kind of incorporate some of the ideas. I think they want to try as an experiment, kind of see how formulaic they can make The Walking Dead. Like create a new Walking Dead with nothing attached to the other one with the same concept and see how the show goes. As if they could have their own genre of like a zombie apocalypse realistic type drama, right, of who's going to survive. As like a regular show on AMC, like meaning in 20 or 30 years they'll have some kind of Walking Dead zombie apocalypse show, like make it like a regular thing for them to always have. So I think that's what they're testing, one that doesn't have any connection and is totally unique. I think that's what they're trying to do, is to see if that would work, and I think it will work, to tell you the truth, because I'm excited for it. I can't wait to see it. Next one is from, and this will be the last one too, Antonio. I'll probably do another one for Sunday, but for this one I'm going to keep this one rather short because my last Q&A was like 20 minutes, and people don't have that much time. I really appreciate you guys watching and everything like that, but 20-30 minute videos every day is quite a bit. I'd rather do kind of maybe 10 to 15 minutes is probably good. After that, a lot of people stop watching. So his question is, hey Trev, I saw on comicbook.com that Kirkman confirmed that when The Walking Dead ends, that Rick will not be dreaming the zombie apocalypse in a coma. Did you see that, and what do you think? I've actually done this video like 3 years ago now, a really long time ago, and that is Rick dreaming? I think I did like season 2, season 3. It's an obvious question because, he wakes up from the coma at the beginning of the series, and then he wakes up in the zombie apocalypse. So it begs the question, is he dreaming? Is he, seeing things? Is he, hallucinating, or, some kind of lucid dream or something, long coma nightmare that he just can't wake up from? No, I don't think that's the case, because I think The Walking Dead is going to be more than just Rick. It already is, if you consider the video game, the spin-off, all these things. It's not like Batman is Batman, if you watch or if you read a Batman comic book, on the cover it says Batman. On the cover of Walking Dead, it doesn't say Rick Grimes. He doesn't encapsulate The Walking Dead. He's the best character in a zombie apocalypse ever created, but he's not the end of The Walking Dead, I don't think. So no, I agree with Kirkman in this. Obviously you kind of have to. It's his story, right? But I agree 100% that it wouldn't make sense that he would be in some kind of sleep state based on what has happened so far. But I think the reason why that's come back up recently is because Bob mentioned how it seems like a nightmare, and that society's going to rebuild and that kind of thing is going to happen again. So I think that's why people have been questioning that lately. But yeah, that's something I've done a video on a long time ago. And you can watch this in the channel. If you want to, you might find it fun because it's one of my older ones. So it's years ago, so you can get to see what I look like, 2 or 3 years ago, and how I sounded in videos. I think I've gotten better at doing videos. I hope so. After I've done like 2,000 of them. So anyway, thanks for all the great questions, guys. And like I said, I hope you had a fun Halloween. Hope you're having a good weekend if you're going to go out. If you didn't go on Halloween night, because it was kind of crummy night, at least here it was, maybe you will tonight. So if you do, enjoy yourselves. And if you have any other questions, feel free to send them to me. Of course, I'll see you Sunday night for the review and everything. Usual 3 videos, top 5 review, predictions for the following week, and then discussion topics throughout the week. Yeah. Good stuff. So, yeah, as always, thank you guys very much for watching. If you want to help me out, as always, you know what to do. Thumb it up below. If you're new here, you want to get these videos daily in your subscriber feed. It's really, really easy. All you got to do is click subscribe. If you don't have a YouTube account, it takes about 5 minutes to sign up for one, and you can get it in your feed every single day and, keep up with us and hear what we're talking about and, keep up almost as if like a podcast type thing you listen to on a daily basis. That's what I attempt to do. That's what I'm trying to do. And, so far, I feel like it's been pretty successful, and I'm pretty happy with it. So let me know what you guys think about all the questions. If you got answers for them, feel free to write them in the comments below yourself. Argue, question, whatever you want to do. And if you want to help support the channel even further, feel free to share it on your Facebook, thumb it up, whatever you want to do. And yeah, that's it for this video, guys. I'll see you tomorrow for the next one. As always, it's Trev. I'm saying peace.